Last year, Joliet Township beat Providence by 22 points, taking a 2-1 advantage in the season series. Providence's young athletic squad is looking to tie up the series with a win tonight. It's the Steelmen and the Celtics next on the WCSF Radio Television Network.
You are looking live at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois, where tonight it's game number 5 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. And tonight it's Joliet Township taking on Providence Catholic. This game is being simulcast live in stereo on 88.7 FM WCSF. Hi again, everybody, and welcome once again to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center, along with our executive producer, Rick Lawrence, our directors, Cindy Rios and Sean Hudson. I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us. We're on our final night of the tournament. It's game number 5, Joliet Township, who is undefeated in the tournament so far, taking on Providence Catholic, who's been struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, Joliet Township has locked up the championship, Kevin, whether they win or lose tonight, because they will have head-to-head advantage versus JCA and Hillcrest. So basically, they're looking to continue their string and stay undefeated in this tournament. Providence, on the other hand, is looking to rebound and hopefully continue for the rest of the season.
It's a twin bill again tonight. We've got Joliet Township against Providence Catholic in the nightcap. Joliet Catholic Academy hosts the Hillcrest High School Hawks. So we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
The 1994 Thanksgiving Basketball Classic on the WCSF Television Network and 88.7 FM WCSF. This broadcast is underwritten in part by the John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, 729-4650. Alba Builders, complete construction service, 721 Manhattan Road, Joliet, 727-3100. Amerifed, totally free checking, 10 convenient locations to serve you, 729-5000 or 727-0300. Lentz Mufflers, Brakes and Shocks, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 439-2400. Cub Foods, 1590 North Larkin and 191 South Larkin Avenue in Joliet. Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Geo, Chevy Trucks, Mitsubishi, Mazda, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-7110. J&F Sports Specialties, T-shirts, uniforms, sweats, accessories, 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 741-8801. Pizzas by Marshaloni, 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. Stoffen Agazian Company Incorporated. Call and compare. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. 729-1266. And by Oak Graphics, full-service commercial printing. 15801 South Oak Park Avenue at the corner of 159th and Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Phone 708-687-8440.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. It's the game number 5 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. Joliet Township against Providence Catholic. Right now, I think we need to talk a little bit about Joliet Catholic. Joliet Township has got the tournament pretty much locked up, as you said. But Joliet Catholic, they've got some things to do.
Well, Providence, Kevin, but
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about Providence, but in the second game, Joliet
Oh,
Catholic.
yeah, Joliet Catholic, you're right, Kevin. That's the battle for second place. Hillcrest, who won it last year, Joliet Catholic 0-3 last year, has a chance to come in second. A great rebound from a year ago.
All right, to talk about tonight's matchup, Joliet Township, again, they need to get out of the gate fast. If they let Providence into this game, you never know what could happen. Providence, they've got a good defense out there, and they can get back to you. They can quick strike you.
Yeah, the key for Joliet Township every game is get out of the gate fast. But for Providence is not to let them. The last 3 games, they've been outscored, have not scored in double digits in any of the first quarters. So that's the key for them. They got to have a better first quarter because they have not thus far in the tournament.
Yeah, now you had a chance to talk to both coaches and players about this game. Tell us a little bit about what they said.
They're very excited, especially Providence. Anytime any team has a chance to play Joliet Township, you got to be up for the game. So let's hear what they had to say.
Just going to practice every day and showing up and just giving 100% every day at practice and in the games, and just do whatever coach asks. And you know, if another player needs help with something or struggling, you know, help them get through practice or the game or whatever.
All that is, that's just something that I know where I'm going after I graduate out of high school. But while I'm in high school, my focus is on helping all my players around me and going down to Champaign and coming back to Joliet with a state championship.
Dick Bandella's team's always going to come out and play you hard. They throw some vicious picks out there. The kids play with intensity. They give them 100% all the time. The Dorian Williams is one of the premier athletes in the area, so we know he's going to come out ready to play. Added to that, the other kids, they got some experience coming back, and we know we're in for a ball game anytime we play Providence.
Joliet Township is obviously going to be very highly rated. You know, last year they made it downstate, and they have the majority of their kids coming back. You know, they have one of the best players in the state of Illinois, in Gary Bell, so they're real solid from top to bottom. They obviously have the most depth, you know, of any team in the tournament. And you know, I think what makes them so difficult to play is the way they play defensively. They really try to take advantage of their quickness and their aggressiveness and their athletes. They do a lot of double teaming on the floor. And, you know, they create a lot of problems for teams that play them defensively. So, you know, I'm sure they're going to play the same way they did last year, and they're going to play a lot of people. They played 9 or 10 kids last year, and I'm sure they're going to have the same philosophy as they did last year because they were so successful.
All right, so there you hear it, both coaches and a couple of players from both teams. Again, they like to talk about how good the other team is, playing it cautious, but still, you got to figure Dick Mandella's got to be a little bit apprehensive about tonight's game, going up against a very potent Joliet Township offense.
And that's before coming even into the tournament, and especially now the way they played the first 2 games. And through the first 2 games, they're only shooting 31%, while Joliet Township shooting over 50%. So you got to try to do the best defensive job you can against one of the best teams in the state.
Joliet Township averaging about 69 points per game, allowing 64.5. And we'll take a look at the rest of the stats.
Take a look at the stats coming into the ball game. There you see the series records between these 2 schools. Providence with the slight disadvantage against Joliet Township only 3 times. These teams not that far apart. It's kind of surprising. They've only played each other 3 times going into tonight's ball game, with JT getting the better edge. Look at the returners coming into this tournament. Gary Bell, he's been a factor so far, but House and Mines. Mines has stepped it up big time. 5 points last year. He's averaging nearly 18 through the tournament thus far. Providence Miller, 12.4 last year. He's having another outstanding tournament. Bills and Austin, not the type of players we have seen so far in this tournament. Taking a look at the leading scorers through the tournament so far, Joel House leading the way, 37 points. Through 2 games, Michael Mines second with 35. Then Kai Freeman, Corey Jackson, the Hillcrest, and Gary Bell fifth for Joliet Township in scoring. Rebounders, John Ford from Joliet Township doing a great job. Gary Bell averaged 10 rebounds last year, and that's all basically Joliet Township had. John Ford doing a great job stepping up his rebound. Hardy Providence, then Gary Bell, Darguzis, and Derrick.
We'll take a break and be back with more pregame activity right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network.
This tournament is underwritten in part by the Greater Joliet Area YMCA, 749 Hobart Road, Joliet, 729-9638. Glenwood Marathon, an American company serving you, a super service center. Glenwood and Republic, Joliet, phone 744-1651. Ace Lawn and Vacuum Hardware, sales, parts, service on most brands. 316 Republic, Joliet, 744-4000. David Nelson Exquisite Jewelry, 1312 West Jefferson Street, Joliet. Phone 741-8741. Joliet Travel and Tours Incorporated, 150 North Chicago Street, Joliet, 727-5441. Beth's Dance Academy, ballet, tap, jazz, acrobatics, 840 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 722-6032. Paradise Tan. Keep your tan, get a tan, or relax and enjoy the sun. Located in the Powerhouse Plaza behind Louis Joliet Mall, 3583 Hennepin, Joliet. 439-3636. Crossroads Realty. Move with them into the 21st century. 18622 Route 59, Shorewood. 436-1111. Spezia, Ayers, Ardaugh, and Wunderlich, attorneys at law. 2 Rialto Square, Suite 200, 116 North Chicago Street, Joliet. 726-4311. And McDonald's throughout the Greater Joliet area, ready to serve you.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. Along with our executive producer, Rick Lawrence, our directors, Cindy Rios and Sean Hudson, I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us. It's the final night of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. I want to remind you, Newsom Rehabilitation Sports Medicine staff are proud to serve as the official provider of athletic training services for the 1994 WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. Last year, between these two squads, Joliet Township was a winner over Providence, 64-42. In that game, Providence had a 16-10 lead at the end of the first quarter, and they were only down 30-24 at the end of the first half. But they were outscored 34-18 in the second half. A lot of that having to do with Gary Bell's 25 points. Calderwood chipped in 10. They only had 8 turnovers in the game. They shot 46% from the field, but 20 out of 30 from the free throw line. Yeah, Joliet Township impressed me with their shooting. That's been a key factor in the tournament so far. As a team, they're shooting 52%. And the biggest one of all that jumps out on the page is Michael Mines. He's shooting 75% from the field, Kevin. Unbelievable. 4 of 6 from three-point land, 9 of 12 overall, 13 and 18 from the free throw line for the 72% mark. So usually if you shoot over 60%, that's outstanding, but he's at 75% shooting, and that's just incredible. It really is. I mean, it's good to see a young player out there doing his best and really playing out there for the game that he loves. And on the other side, our tournament MVP last year, Gary Bell, he's been having kind of a quiet tournament so far. Yeah, it's been quiet for Gary Bell standards, that is. Any other standards is pretty good. He's averaging about 17 points a game, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He's shooting over 60%, which is typical Gary Bell, 15 of 24. And, you know, he's doing the job. He just hasn't been the main man, which we're not used to. He gets all the pub as the all-stater, Gary Bell, but he's had players like Michael Mines and Joel House step to the forefront. They've been the leaders so far in the first 2 games. Gary Bell has played the secondary role.
which we're used to seeing him play in the primary role. So, you know, we're going to see players like Joel House and Michael Mines get a lot more publicity now.
You can see it compared a lot to the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan being the star player for so many years, he finally got a good supporting cast. Well, now they've got Joel House and Michael Mines and Rory O'Connell doing the job for him. Right now, we'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Mr. Matt Ketchum, with tonight's starting lineups and the national anthem.
Folks, may I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Will all please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Good evening, folks, and welcome to the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. At this time, we wish to thank everyone for joining us here at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center for tonight's exciting matchup. Tonight, the Joliet Township High School Steelmen face the Providence Catholic High School Celtics. This competitive boys basketball tournament provides the opportunity for local teams to compete on a neutral court in a collegiate setting. We would like all in attendance to remember that athletics are designed to promote lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes these contests an educational experience. Remember, sport a winning attitude. Media coverage of this event is provided by students from the College of St. Francis Journalism Communications Department. And Newsom Rehabilitation Sports Medicine staff are proud to serve as the official provider of athletic training services for the tournament. And now, let's introduce the starting lineups for this evening. For the Steelmen, a 6-foot senior, number 10, Joel House. And for the Celtics, a 6-foot junior, number 14, Ken Davis. For the Steelmen, a 5-foot 11-inch senior, number 22, Rory O'Connell. And for the Celtics, a 5-foot 11-inch senior, number 22, Kenny Miller. For the Steelmen, a 5-foot 11-inch senior, number 24, Michael Mines. And for the Celtics, a 6-foot 2-inch junior, number 25, Derek Bills. For the Steelmen, a 6-foot 5-inch senior, number 40, Gary Bell. And for the Celtics, a 6-foot 6-inch junior, number 33, Greg Hardy. For the Steelmen, a 6-foot 8-inch junior, number 42, John Ford. And for the Celtics, a 6-foot 2-inch senior, number 35, Craig Derrick. Head coach of the Steelmen is Mike O'Connell. Head coach of the Celtics is Dick Mandela. The officials for tonight's game are Tom Novotny and Mark Hall. The officials are registered by the Illinois High School Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. On behalf of the College of St. Francis, we sincerely hope you will enjoy tonight's game and support your team with a positive and winning attitude. Again, we would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Let's play ball.
All right, so there you have it, the starting lineups for both teams. A couple of changes. First of all, for Providence, Ken Davis can start instead of Nick Stepan.
Yeah, Ken Davis has been the sixth man so far. And there you also see for Providence, different change is not Eric Austin, but Greg Hardy is the starter for the Celtics. He's been a big force on the boards for the Celtics thus far, averaging nearly 8 rebounds a game. So Davis and Hardy have been the spark off the bench. And Dick Mandel, hopefully they can be even a bigger spark in the starting rotation.
Joliet Township coming in at 2-0, virtually locked up the tournament. Providence Catholic Celtics in their home gray trimmed in the green. Joliet Township in their road blue with the gold pants. Will be Ford going up against Hardy. Providence Catholic coming in at 0-2, and we are underway. Tap controlled by the Steelman. Mines gives it up to O'Connell. We're underway. O'Connell across. Comes to Bell. Bell on the baseline near court. Back up top. O'Connell. Ball slapped out of there, and it goes off the hands of Gary Bell, and it'll go over to Providence, their first possession of the game.
What's so great about this tournament, Kevin, is each team plays a different type of defense. We saw Hillcrest yesterday versus JT, a 1-3-1 trap full court. Right there, a 1-3-1 soft zone by Providence. It gets the job done.
Celtics break the press. Kenny Miller walks it across on O'Connell, finds Derrick. Now to Hardy. Miller, he'll launch the three, yes.
And that's a better shot for Kenny Miller. Usually we see him trying to make those shots off the dribble, and that's good ball movement, getting him the shot off the pass.
O'Connell up top, goes to House. He'll launch the three, can't counter it. Hardy comes down with it. The other way, Miller. Miller on the far court, and a blocking foul going to be called on Rory O'Connell. Didn't have the position and stepped in front of Kenny Miller.
Rory O'Connell, we talked about how is his role going to be different this year. He's the starting point guard. Last year was Ty Calderwood. Rory O'Connell hasn't been outstanding. He hasn't been the best players, but he has done the steady job. He has not definitely hurt this ball club at all.
Inbounded to Miller, and the Celtics will set up the offense. They lead 3-0 in the early going. A lot of holding going on between Mines and Derrick, and he gets it over on the other court to Miller, and he cans the second three.
Good job by Dick Mandel. Miller looking for his own shots. This time, he's looking and spotting up in the corner, and they're getting him the ball, and he's doing a nice job.
O'Connell, top of the key, bounce pass to Mines. Mines looking down low, and we have a foul away from the ball. It's going to be called on a Providence. I believe Greg Hardy will pick up the foul. That's his first and the team's first.
Tough matchup there for Hardy. Going against Gary Bell, you see them being very physical inside, but Gary Bell, a stronger player, he's going to be too tough to handle by Hardy.
Mines gets it into O'Connell, back to Mines. Thought about the three, and now will launch the long two and hit it.
Continues his hot shooting, just incredible from the field.
Full court press again applied, inbounded to Bills, and now Miller will control. Miller, defense by Mines, brings it across the timeline, nearly got away with a walk. Davis with it on the far court, top of the key, Derrick. Now Bills with it, top of the key, swings it over to Hardy. Hardy on the far court, looking around. Can't find anybody, in a little trouble. Comes up top, Bills. Bills trying to drive it on House, takes the free throw line jumper and hits it.
What a tough shot. Providence coming in shooting 31% from the field, lighting it up so far.
8-2 in favor of the Celtics in the early going. Mines with it, top of the key to O'Connell, back to Mines. Swings it to House, he'll launch the baseline jumper and get it.
Good ball movement there, finding the open man. Joe House still hot.
5:47 left to go in the first quarter, 8-4 in favor of the Celtics. Inbounded to Derrick. Derrick runs it across for the Celtics. Dishes off to Hardy on the baseline, and he loses it off his hands over to the Steelman.
Good job there by Derrick, forcing the defender to draw to him. A bounce pass would have been better there, but still a good pass nonetheless.
O'Connell the other way for the Steelman. Mines with it on the far court, back up top. O'Connell looking for four down low, bounces it to House on the near court. Back to O'Connell. O'Connell driving it into the lane. Nice dish off to Bell. Bell, spin move, goes up, wild shot off the glass and in.
Tough shot there. Hardy of presence, getting the hand in the face. But Gary Bell, one of the best adjusters in the state, does the job there and gets the 2 points.
Bill's with it on the other court. Stops, pops, and hits the front iron. No, rebound to House. To Bell. Bell, it's a 2-on-1. He stops and hits.
Good recognition by Gary Bell, under control the whole way, pulls up from 8 feet and buries it.
Bills the other way, finds Miller. We're tied at 8. Under 5 to go in the first. Miller. Hardy with it on the far court. Up top, Derrick swings it back to Miller. Miller will launch the 3. A little hard this time in an air ball. O'Connell comes down with it. O'Connell stops, goes to Mines. Mines will launch the 17-footer and hit it.
Just unconscious coming from the field. Just unbelievable how well control he is in and how well he squares up his body to the basket no matter what he's doing off a pass or off the dribble.
Michael Mines picks up the reach and foul. That is his first and the team's second. So Providence Catholic will have possession 10 to 8. Joliet Township with the lead. Miller gets it in to Davis. He's picked up by Bell. Davis moving it past Bell, brings it across the timeline. Bell keeps slapping at it. Nice pass down low to Derrick, and he can't control it, and it goes back to the Steelman.
Joliet Township starting to pick up their defense. They saw what Providence wanted to do early. Now they're making the adjustments.
Mines the other way, can't hit the shot this time. Coming down with it, Bell, and he lays it in.
Gary Bell had an off game last night. I look for him to have a huge game tonight trying to come back.
Derrick the other way, gives it back to Miller, and he'll set things up. Derrick on the near court finds Hardy top of the key. Now swings it over to Miller, back up top, Davis. Now to Bills, Bills on the wing. Crosses it to Derrick, and he runs down the loose ball. Now to Miller between the circles. Bills with it on the near court. Providence playing catch. Davis driving it into the lane. Tries to get it off the glass and hits it.
Good move by Davis going against a slower player in O'Connell, taking him right to the hole.
And a long pass is taken away by Providence. It's a 2-on-1. Nice pass to Bills, and he lays it in.
Another good job by Davis getting inserted in the starting point guard role, doing a fine job so far.
Tied at 12, 3:07 to go in the first. O'Connell, Mines. Now Bell will launch the long 3, yes.
Gary Bell is going to have to be a wing player in college, so he's doing a fine job right now, spotting him for the 3, under control, knocking it down.
Bills the other way, working on House. Across the timeline, double teamed, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Providence. Joel House shaking up just a little bit. I think he got a hand in his face.
Hardy and Derrick are out for Providence. Steppen and Austin are in for the Celtics.
2:43 left to go in the first quarter. We have a timeout on the court. 15-12 is our score. Joliet Township with a 3-point lead.
This tournament is underwritten in part by G. Frederick Edmiston, DDS MS, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeon, 302 North Hamus Avenue, Joliet, 741-0302. Tezak Funeral Home, first in service since 1908, 459 North Ottawa Street, Joliet, 722-0524. Sweats Happening Incorporated, customized screen printing and embroidery, 2203 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 744-7411. George K's Music, guitars, drums, keyboards, amps, and more. 822 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 727-4656. Classic Looks North, hair care for men and women. 3595 Hennepin Drive, Joliet. 436-2106. Don's Body Shop. They take the dents out of accidents. 1927 Donmar Drive, Crest Hill. 729-1400. Imperial Electronics. Satellite receiving system, master antenna system, home and commercial. 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 729-0161. Douglas L. Zeke, attorney at law, 16 West Van Buren Street in the Mode Theater Building, Joliet. 727-4850. Kodo Pharmacy, 1522 East Washington Street. Phone 727-4721. And Joliet Professional Pharmacy, 2100 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 725-9314. And Lieberman's Jewelers, established in 1889, 81 North Ottawa Street in Joliet, 727-6466.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. Joliet Township with only a 3-point lead, 15-12 over Providence Catholic. And Nick Stepan enters the lineup for the Celtics. And he will inbound. Brings it into Miller. And Dwayne Edmond into the lineup for JT. Miller working it past Edmond, stops on the baseline, has to back it out. Good defense. Goes inside. Stepan controls it. And a baseline jumper on the way is up. No good. Put back no good. Bell the other way for Joliet Township. Bell works it across the timeline. Stops at the free throw line. Can't get the jumper to go. Rebound on to Miller. Miller the other way. Has it picked. Mines. And another steal. Miller the other way now. Providence. Inside. Austin, the layup is no good, but a foul is called. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good aggressive play there by Austin, going against the big man, John Ford, taking it right at him. Couldn't get the total block, got a piece of the arm. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. There you see the steal by Miller. Nice entry pass, going one-on-one, body contact and the arm. He'll go to the line for 2.
2:06 to go in the first quarter. Austin at the line. Providence not bad from the free throw line in the tournament so far. 74% from the line in the 2 games in the tournament. But a big statistic for them, 39 turnovers in 2 games. Austin cans the first free throw. And he'll get the second opportunity on the way. Hits the front iron and rattles in. So it's a 1-point lead now for Joliet Township. Edmond the other way for the Steelman. Finds Heron. Heron going all the way, can't get it to go. Tries to get his own rebound, ball on the floor. Stepan runs it down, and the Celtics will get it on the tie-up.
Good defense there by the Celtics. First a block there by Austin. Ball comes down, and then Stepan gets the tie-up, and it'll be Providence basketball.
Providence looking to take a lead in this game. Bills brings it across the timeline. Bates is now in the lineup for JT. Bills working past Bates, has it picked. Mines the other way. Mines finds Heron. Heron goes up, he's hacked, and he'll go to the line. But good pursuit there. I believe that was Kenny Miller who got back and slapped that one out of his hands. But Heron will be at the line for 2.
Good hustle there by Kenny Miller, trying to get back. There you go, see, gets a piece. They're gonna say, got him in the arm, and he goes down hard, but he is okay, and that's good to see.
Joliet Township hitting 63% of their shots from the charity stripe in the 2 games. And Heron at the line for 2 shots, trying to extend on a 1-point lead. First one on the way is off the back iron, no. 1:41 to go in the first quarter. Close game so far. Heron's second shot on the way, and off the back iron, no good. Mines runs it down. Gives it up to Edmond, and Joliet Township will reset. And we have a foul away from the ball called on Joliet Township. We'll see if this one is on.
So to go on John Ford, who's battling with Austin at the top of the key in that high post. It's called with the flagrant arm.
And now Kevin Robb comes in the lineup replacing John Ford for JT. Providence with the ball, full court press applied. Miller gets it in to Bills. Now back to Miller, and the press will break off. Miller works it across on Edmond. Comes to the near court, Davis. Austin swings it to Miller on the far court. Miller driving the baseline, has to stop, comes out to Stepan. Thought about the 3, takes the free throw line jumper and hits it.
Good job by Stepan, fakes a 3, goes around his player, pulls up from 15 and drills it.
Providence has the lead, 16-15. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Heron on the wing, thought about the 3, instead comes up top Mines. Mines looking down low, backs it out. Stepan on the good D. Now Edmond with the ball. Edmond, lob play down low to Bates. Turnaround jumper's good.
Nice entry pass there from Edmond as Bates was on the hip of the defensive player, and a timeout called by Kenny Miller.
17-16 the score. Joliet Township with the lead, and Kenny Miller couldn't get that ball, and that's why he called the timeout.
So right now we see a great first quarter by Providence as they have failed to reach double digits in the first 2 games. It's a close game. Joliet playing good, but Providence just playing unexpected as far as what we've seen so far in the tournament.
There you see 31% from the field in the tournament so far, and they're allowing 48% from their opponents in the tournament so far. So, but we saw this last year. Providence Catholic came out smoking in the first quarter. They led 16-10, and they were only down by 6 at the end of the first half, but they were outscored 34-18. In that game, Kenny Miller led the scorers for Providence with 11 points. Bills and Austin had 8 points apiece. They collected 27 rebounds, 4 out of 9 from the 3-point range, but had 26 turnovers and hit 47% of their shots. So not too bad at shooting, but again, the turnovers very big for Providence in that game last year, and so far in the tournament this year.
Yeah, Providence, if they can control their turnovers, which they've done so far in this game, you're going to be in a lot of ball games, whether you win or lose. If you can control your turnovers and not give it up a lot, you're going to be in the ball game. You see Joliet Township shooting incredible, 52% for the Classic so far, and get up 42%, which is pretty good defense.
40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Joliet Township with the 1-point lead. Miller looking to get in, comes into Stepan. Stepan gets to Miller, and they break the press. Miller the other way, trying to look down low, finds Stepan, top of the key to Miller. Thought about the 3 and now backs it out. Edmond on the defense, Stepan with it on the wing. Up top, Derek. 21 seconds to go in the first. Davis, the long 2 on the way, off the back iron, no. Stepan is there. Backs it out to Miller, they'll reset, 13 seconds to go. 10 seconds. Miller working on Edmond. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Miller driving it into the lane, running jumper off the glass, no good. An offensive foul called with 2 seconds to go, and Joliet Township will get one more opportunity to end the first quarter.
And that'll be Kenny Miller's second personal foul. And there's a good job there by Rob to step up in front of the lane and take the charge as Miller tried to get out of the way but couldn't. Offensive foul on Kenny Miller, his second.
And Brandon Lipke replaces Miller in the lineup. Bates to inbounds, 2 seconds to go. Long pass into Davis, launches the 3 and just a bit short. So at the end of the first quarter, Joliet Township leads only by 1, 17-16. So we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
WCSF 88.7 FM presents The Spirit of Christmas, the greatest Christmas songs of all time, non-stop holiday music, December 1st to 31st, with no commercials and no interruptions. A Christmas gift to you from us, the College of St. Francis, and 88.7 FM, WCSF.
Just about to start the second quarter of play. Joliet Township with the 17-16 lead over Providence Catholic. Providence Catholic brought a few of their people here today, but most of them were downstate, and we want to extend our congratulations to the Providence Catholic Celtics, going undefeated in the regular season and in the playoffs, and they defeated Palatine, the Pirates, this afternoon, 16-6 to claim the 5A state championship. So congratulations to the Celtics and Matt Steffner.
And I know Dick Mandela's excited for their win, especially for the season to be over. Now he gets Nick Schultz and Rotman, 2 key players for the team. So he's happy for the football team, but he's happy they'll be at practice Monday morning.
Joliet Township will have possession to start the second quarter. Both teams back out onto the court, and we're set to go for the last 8 minutes of the first half. Edmond gets it into O'Connell, and we are underway. O'Connell walks it across, picks it back to Edmond. Bounce pass that back to O'Connell, nearly stolen away. O'Connell back to Edmond. Edmond into the lane, wild pass to House, and he lays it in off the glass.
Nice acrobatic move there by Joe House, going underneath the defender, scoop shot off the glass. Nice 2.
Lipke the other way. He starts the second quarter in place of Kenny Miller. Davis with it on the far court. Up top, Austin. And we have a foul away from the ball called on Lipke, as I believe he was pushing off on Rory O'Connell.
Taking some stats from the first quarter. Field goal percentage, Joliet still shooting tremendously, 8 of 12. Providence, a great quarter for them. 50%, 6 of 12 turnovers, Providence 5, and JT 4.
O'Connell the other way for Joliet Township. Edmond finds House, baseline on the far court. Back to Edmond. Edmond, nice pass to House. He'll launch the 16-footer off, no. Edmond is there in the lane, running jumper, no. Derek comes down with an outlet to Lipke. Lipke in a little trouble, double teamed in the corner. And not sure what happened there.
I believe it's going to be a tie of possession, and Providence will keep the basketball. As there you see Lipke, good in trying to get the ball off the sideline, but there's Edmond and House. And there you see the tie-up. Providence will keep the basketball.
Lipke double teamed in the corner, trying to race out of there. O'Connell and Bell, excellent defense by them. A nice steal by House. He goes up, plays it in, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
What a move there by Joe House on the steal. Great pressure by Joliet Township. The defense forced that turnover. House going right after it, gets the body contact, throws it up in the air, and nothing but net.
So Joliet Township saw what happened to him in the first quarter. They want to break this one out. Can't let Providence Catholic in this ballgame just the slightest bit, because if you let them hanging around, they're going to get you. House three-point attempt is no good, but a tap try no good. And we have a foul on Gary Bell away from the ball.
And what's hurt Gary Bell throughout this tournament is he's played well. It's just he's been in foul trouble every game. He had 4 fouls in the first game, fouled out in the last game. So if he wants to stick around in this game, he's got to limit his fouls.
Full court press again applied. Lipke in the backcourt in a little trouble. And a blocking foul, another one. Boy, 2 quick ones called on Gary Bell. And for Bell, that will be his second personal foul, so 2 quickies.
There's a pressure defense there by Joliet Township. Bell steps up, jumps right into him. Good call by the official.
Lipke gets it into Derrick, and now Joliet Township will back off of the press. Lipke working on O'Connell. Finds Austin. Austin comes up top, Derrick. Derrick goes into the lane, running jumper on the way, a little bit short. Tapped around, and Bell controls it. Bell trying to go coast to coast. Brings it the other way, loses it momentarily, but runs it down. Lopez down low to Rob. Turnaround jumper is no good, but a foul is called before the shot. I believe it was before the shot, and I don't think we'll see, unless that is the 7th team foul.
You see Gary Bell gets the pass, nice entry pass into Rob, gets the foul, and it'll be out of bounds on a foul on the ground.
That's only the 6th team foul, so no shots as of yet. Both teams' next foul will be in the bonus. 6:22 left to go in the first half, 21-16 our score. Joliet Township with the 5-point lead. Mines to inbounds, gets it in quickly to House, driving the baseline, and a traveling is going to be called on Joel House. Providence going to get the ball back.
And you see that kind of traveling called a lot in high school basketball, is when the person, they start to move before they dribble the ball. The first thing I do is got to dribble before you can move.
Lipke the other way. O'Connell's been hounding him ever since he's been in the ball game. Bounce pass to Bills. Bills, top of the key to Derrick. Inside down low to Austin. Turnaround jumper off the back iron, no. Bills is there, and he puts it back in.
That's one way for Providence to get back in this game, is offensive rebounds.
O'Connell the other way. Providence down by 3, under 6 to go in the first half. House runs it down, back to O'Connell. O'Connell to House, into the lane. Running jumper on the way, off the glass, no. Rob is there, put back, no. Tapped out of bounds, and we have a foul called on Kevin Robb of Joliet Township.
I believe the foul's going to go on Austin, as he fouled Rob going up for that rebound attempt. So right now, Joliet Township, as we said before, Gary Bell, by clearly the marquee name on this team, Mines stepping up, House stepping up, and the 2 big men. You got Kevin Robb, and you got Ford stepping up big time. So Gary Bell is the marquee name, but he's got a great supporting cast.
Rob, first shot on the way is good, so he will get the bonus.
You see that last play, wild shot by House. There's Rob, he gets the swat on the arm by Austin.
So Rob will try to complete the bonus opportunity. 22-18 is the score. Second shot is no good. Bills comes down with it, outlet to Lipke. Celtics the other way. Lipke, here comes the double team once again, in a little trouble. Ball is sailing out of bounds and run down by Bell. Bounce pass to O'Connell, back to Bell. And now a ball on the floor, scrap for it, and we've got a tie-up. Joliet Township will retain possession.
Not a smart play there at all by Rory O'Connell. Good job by Gary Bell. Gave it up to Rory, goes hard. But usually when you have a 2-on-1, you like to give it up to the big flashy player for the dunk. But Gary Bell was not the open man on that.
Bell to inbounds, gets it into House. House back to Bell, into the lane. And we have a foul called on the Providence player. Kevin Robb got the nice pass from Gary Bell, was gonna go up. And Robb will go back to the line for 1-and-1, 1 out of 2 on his last trip.
Gary Bell is really starting to become a very unselfish player. He's showing he can just do it all. He can shoot the three-point basket, he can post up inside, he can shoot, and he also can make the pass. Great job there by Gary Bell, giving it to Robb, giving him his opportunities.
First shot on the way for Robb is no good. Ball comes down, run down by Bills. Gets it to Derrick and now to Lipke. Lipke, oh, Eric Austin was all by himself down the court but didn't see him. Derrick with the ball now, gives it up to Bills. And Bills will launch the three, off to the back iron, no. Lipke is there, into the lane, jumper good.
Good job by Lipke, getting the wild rebound, put it right back in.
Long pass to House on the other end. House goes into the lane, jumper is no good. Derrick comes down with it. Lipke the other way, to Bills. Bills will stop, pop, off the glass, yes! We're tied!
Providence with the run right now, taking advantage of Joliet, overplaying on defense. And right now, their basketball team might be just as fired up as their football team was today.
4:43 left to go. Joliet Township has called timeout. Mike O'Connell has seen enough. 4:43 left to go, and we're tied at 22. Want to remind you, this game is being simulcast live in stereo on 88.7 FM, WCSF. And this is only the first game of our doubleheader night. Coming up after this one, Joliet Catholic Academy plays host to the Hillcrest High School Hawks. Both teams coming in at 1-and-1, and hopefully we're hoping that'll be a good matchup.
I'm sure it will be, Kevin, as Providence Catholic, as we see, is the 1994 IHSA Class 5A football state champions. And this is kind of an ironic tournament, Kevin. We knew Joliet Township would be the favorite, Hillcrest, and then the tie-up between Providence and Joliet Catholic. But the best two games so far is the Providence Joliet and JCA Joliet. And, you know, the biggest game was last night, Hillcrest JT, so we thought, and JT ends up blowing them out. And, you know, now we got JCA tonight vying for possible second place. So it's going to be, it's a great tournament. Even though we have seen 3 blowouts, it's turned out to be a very interesting tournament.
Well, it's good to see the teams that didn't fare too well in last year's tournament step it up just a little bit. Most important, you know, most notably Joliet Catholic didn't win a game in the tournament last year, 1-and-1, and threatening maybe to give Hillcrest a good fight tonight. 4:43 left to go in the first half. We're tied at 22. Joliet Township out of the timeout. And O'Connell will control things for the Steelmen. O'Connell works it across the timeline. Edmond on the far court to Mines. Mines on the baseline to Edmond. Edmond, nice pass down low to Robb. Turnaround jumper off the glass, yes!
Some very nice entry passes from the perimeter by the guards, Joliet Township. Robb getting some very good opportunities, more than he's seen in the last couple games.
Lipke the other way. Kenny Miller has not played a single minute in this second quarter. Davis, up top, Austin. Austin, one dribble to Bills. Bills will launch the 3 and hit it.
Bills had a good game last game, trying to show it wasn't a fluke. I'm a primetime player.
Edmond finds O'Connell. Rory will launch the 3, can't counter. Kevin Robb tries to run it down. Instead, it's Bills who gets it. And a foul called on Kevin Robb as Eric Austin collected the rebound. They'll go to the other end to shoot 1-and-1. And Providence with a 1-point lead.
There you see the battle underneath after the missed shot by O'Connell. Robb and Austin. Who's going to win it out? Robb gets the foul.
So it'll be at the other end. Eric Austin will be at the line for 1-and-1. Mike O'Connell having a word with the referee. 3:51 left to go in the first half, and Providence Catholic with a 1-point lead, 25-24. And Eric Austin looking to make it more. Austin at the line, first shot on the way and hits the front iron, no good. Derek tries to run it down, it's knocked down by Bell, and Edmond collects it, and we have a reach and foul called on Craig Derrick, so we'll go to the other end to shoot free throws.
That's hard not to pick up a foul on that, as Edmond, usually when the traffic, you like to pass it out of it, but Edmond, very quick player, tries to dribble out of it, and Derrick can't help to bump into him. As there you see the missed shot, a lot of battle underneath. Derrick comes away with it on the ground, and he bumps there. Edmond, right there, he picks up the foul.
So Edmond at the line for 1 and 1. First shot on the way, hits the back iron, no good. Ripped out of the hands of Clarence Bates, and we have a tie-up. It'll go to Providence Catholic.
Providence right now playing it very inspired, as the two best players throughout the tournament so far for Providence, Miller and Hardy, are on the bench right now. So they're doing it with everybody right now for Providence.
Derrick the other way, stops in the backcourt, finds Lipke, and he runs it across on Mines. Lipke is taken away by O'Connell to Bell. Bell gonna go up, and he'll lay it in, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Gary Bell, we talked about unselfish. He's in control all the time. He's under a lot of pressure right there by Derrick. Derrick says, I'm not going to get dunked on. He goes hard after him, and Gary Bell, great body control, gets the foul and the basket. Gary Bell showing great composure. He's going to be a great college player.
Here he's going to Notre Dame.
And we saw in that pregame interview, you know, he says, all that means is I know where I'm going after the season's over. The season's not over until I come back from Champaign with the state championship.
Bell trying to complete the three-point play, can't do it. Bills runs it down. Triple teamed in the backcourt, finds Lipke. Boy, a couple of Providence players were all by themselves down here, and nobody saw him. Lipke. O'Connell on the defense. Now Stepan, who's back in the lineup for Providence, finds Austin between the circles. Austin goes to Davis. Davis thought about the three, takes it into the lane, running jumper in the way, yes!
Providence, what they're doing is keeping them in this game, is they're having a great job choosing their shots. In the other two games, they're shooting some shots off balance and wild. Right now, they're in composure, choosing some great shots.
Great pass over to Mines, and he cans the three.
And he gets knocked down from Stepan, showing them you're going to have to earn your three-pointers the rest of the game.
Lipke inbounding, gets to Stepan, back to Lipke. Bell. Boy, what's Bell doing out on Lipke? Lipke brings it across the timeline. Here comes the double team. And a nice steal by Edmond, and he's able to run it down. Edmond, and he's going to say he stepped on the line, and it'll go back over to the Celtics.
Good call there by the referee. There's great pressure by Joliet Township, Bell and O'Connell. Edmonds gets the errant pass, but he can't control it, steps on the line. Providence basketball.
Kenny Miller re-enters the lineup for the Celtics. 2:28 left to go. Celtics only down by 2, 29-27. Miller walks it across on Mines. Now Austin with the ball on the near court. Up top, Bills. Bills swings it over to Miller. Miller on the baseline. Has to back it out. Up top, Davis. Davis thought about the three. Instead, backs it out to Bills. Bills on the near court. Bills goes to Miller, top of the key. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Bills, top of the key. Now to Stepan on the wing. Now to Miller, and Miller will reset the offense. Good ball movement by the Celtics on this series.
And good patience, Kevin.
Stepan taking it to the top of the key, has it knocked out of his hands, but he collects it. Stepan crosses it to Miller. He'll launch the three, a little bit short. Bill's trying to run it down. He does run it down. Gets it to Austin. Jumper in the lane, yes!
What a great series there by Providence. Looking for the open man. Miller couldn't knock it down. Great hustle by Bills to find Austin.
Long pass to Edmond. He can't pan the baseline jumper. Miller, behind the back dribble, nice! Crosses it to Davis, back to Miller. Miller goes into the lane, running jumper, yes!
Providence right now in total control of this game. They're making JT play their game.
Mines the other way for JT. JT down by 2, 31-29. We're under a minute to go in the first half. Edmond with it on the wing, up top, Mines. Mines takes one dribble, takes the three, in and out, no. Bates is there, and he can't get it to go, but he's fouled instead. He'll go to the line.
That's what keeps JT in every ball game, Kevin, is their rebounding. They got some horses underneath. Bell, Ford, Bates, Robb. There you see Bates with the offensive board, and he gets fouled.
That's going to keep JT in this ballgame, is their free throw shooting and their offensive rebound.
Eric Austin picks up his 3rd personal foul. And Austin will leave the lineup, replaced by Hardy. And it's Bates at the line for 2 shots. Heron about ready to check into the lineup for the Steelman. First shot on the way is rattling and good for Bates. Trying to tie this one up. Providence, no doubt, will go for 1 to end the first half. Heron comes in and Bell will come out for the final 48 seconds. And Bates trying to tie this one up at 31. Second shot on the way is no good, but we have a lane violation on JT. So Providence hoping that they can take the lead into the locker room. They'll have possession and the lead. Miller to inbounds. Miller gets it into Bills. He'll give it back to Miller. Here comes the double team again. Miller in the backcourt finds Bills and he'll bring it across. Bills moves it past the double team. Goes up, has it stripped, and traveling is going to be the call. Dick Mandela saying that the ball was tipped, but to no avail. Joliet Township is going to get the ball back.
Good hands here by Bates as an indecisive Bills tried to go up a little bit too late. Bates gets his hand on it, causes a traveling violation.
38 seconds to go in the half. It's a 1-point Providence Catholic lead, 31-30. O'Connell will walk it up on Miller. 27 seconds. And JT looks like they're going to go for 1 here to end the first half. 20 seconds to go in the half. O'Connell. O'Connell, 10 seconds to go. JT will get into the offense. O'Connell trying to go all the way. His shot is rejected, gets his own rebound, goes up again and scores off the glass.
What a tough shot there by O'Connell. Battle of the big boys, and the steal by Mines at the end of the half means nothing.
32-31 is our score. Joliet Township takes the 1-point lead into the locker room. So let's take a break. We'll be back with our halftime activity right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
The 1994 Thanksgiving Basketball Classic on the WCSF Television Network and 88.7 FM WCSF. This broadcast is underwritten in part by the John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life, 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, 729-4650. Alba Builders, complete construction service, 721 Manhattan Road, Joliet, 727-3100. Amerifed, totally free checking, 10 convenient locations to serve you, 729-5000 or 727-0300. Lentz Mufflers, Brakes and Shocks, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 439-2400. Cub Foods, 1590 North Larkin and 191 South Larkin Avenue in Joliet. Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Geo, Chevy Trucks, Mitsubishi, Mazda, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-7110. J&F Sports Specialties, T-shirts, uniforms, sweats, accessories, 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 741-8801. Pizzas by Marcialoni, 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. Stoffen Agazian Company Incorporated. Call and compare. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. 729-1266. And by Oak Graphics, full-service commercial printing. 15801 South Oak Park Avenue at the corner of 159th and Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Phone 708-687-8440.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Our halftime score, That's not a misprint, folks. 32-31 in favor of Joliet Township, only lead by 1. And I think right now, Sean, if Providence Catholic can maintain that intensity they had in the first half, we might see ourselves one heck of a ball game in the second.
We thought about that first game. We thought that Joliet Catholic and Joliet Township was an unbelievable score. The Joliet Catholic were hanging with them, and the reason they were with them was their defense. But I have to say the reason Providence is with Joliet Township right now is their offense. They shot 31% coming to this game, and they were on 50% tonight. They're doing a better job, very patient on offense, finding the open shooter, getting after the balls, which really didn't see a whole lot. They're on the floor, they're after everything, Kevin, and it's making them work, and they're getting easy baskets, and that's why they're in the game.
Joliet Township, on the other hand, they look like they're playing a little bit lax. They haven't played badly. It's just that they've been letting Providence Catholic back into this ball game, and the way you look at Providence Catholic, you don't know why they didn't play up to their potential against Joliet Catholic and Hillcrest. But I guess teams, when they got their backs to the wall like that, Providence Catholic, they take it up to the next step, and that's the way they've been playing against Joliet Township tonight.
Yeah, it's still early in the season. We're not talking, elimination from the rest of the season. They got something to learn from. Dick Mandela, whether he wins or lose, he's got something to build on, and there's a good core of players on this team, and he can go, possibly make it even better once receiving 3 key players he's lost for this tournament.
Want to remind you, this game is being simulcast live in stereo on 88.7 FM WCSF. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more halftime activity right after this.
The 1994 Thanksgiving Basketball Classic on the WCSF Television Network and 88.7 FM WCSF. This broadcast is underwritten in part by the John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life, 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, 729-4650. Alba Builders, complete construction service, 721 Manhattan Road, Joliet, 727-3100. Amerifed, totally free checking, 10 convenient locations to serve you, 729-5000 or 727-0300. Lentz Mufflers, Brakes and Shocks, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 439-2400. Cub Foods, 1590 North Larkin and 191 South Larkin Avenue in Joliet. Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Geo, Chevy Trucks, Mitsubishi, Mazda, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-7110. J&F Sports Specialties, T-shirts, uniforms, sweats, accessories, 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 741-8801. Pizzas by Marshaloni, 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. Stoffen Agazian Company Incorporated. Call and compare. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. 729-1266. And by Oak Graphics, full-service commercial printing. 15801 South Oak Park Avenue at the corner of 159th and Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Phone 708-687-8440.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center, along with our executive producer, Rick Lawrence, our director, Cindy Rios, and Sean Hudson. I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us for the final night of the tournament of the 1994 Thanksgiving Classic. We're at halftime of our game number 5, 32-31 in favor of Joliet Township over the Providence Catholic Celtics. Want to remind you, Newsom Rehabilitation Sports Medicine staff are proud to serve as the official provider of athletic training services for the 1994 WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. And also another reminder, we've got more basketball coming up. Immediately following this one, Joliet Catholic Academy at 1-1 will take on the Hillcrest High School Hawks, also at 1-1. We'll talk a little bit about that game coming up in the nightcap. Joliet Catholic Academy, they've been playing up to their potential in both games.
Yeah, Joliet Catholic, they're on the pace for a great season. 5-20 last year, 1-1. We talked about Joliet Catholic was last year, their point differential is they were by 6 points.
You know, so they were in every ball game throughout the season, and they're showing why. They're a good team. They had a good nucleus last year. Everybody's a year older, stepping up big time. Darguzes was a sophomore last year, junior this year, and they're a great team. So tonight's matchup after this game will be the battle for second place. Hillcrest pretty much dominated Providence Catholic with that 1-3-1 zone. Joliet handled it easily last night, so we'll have to see what Joliet Catholic does. If they can handle that zone, you know, Hillcrest is going to have trouble. If they force turnovers, Hillcrest has a chance to win every ball game. If they can't, then their opponents has a great chance. So we'll have to see. I think that'll be the key. Joliet Catholic and Hillcrest ought to be a great one.
Be sure to stick around after both games are over with. We will be crowning our tournament champion. We will also have 7 players for the all-tournament team. We will announce those immediately following the second ball game. We'll do that, we'll crown our champion, and we'll give out the Team Spirit Award. 32-31 is our score at halftime. Joliet Township with a 1-point lead over the Celtics of Providence Catholic. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with more halftime activity right after this. Stay with us.
The WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic features teams from Providence Catholic High School. Established in 1918 as an all-girls school in downtown Joliet, Providence is currently a coeducational college preparatory high school located in New Lenox. Joliet Township High School. Founded in 1902, Joliet Township is a public high school serving the city of Joliet with its central and west campuses. Joliet Catholic Academy. JCA's first academic year began in August 1990. The coeducational college preparatory high school was founded as a result of a joint venture between the former Joliet Catholic High School and St. Francis Academy. Hillcrest High School. Founded in 1966, Hillcrest is a comprehensive coeducational public high school serving the communities of Country Club Hills, Hazelcrest, and Markham.
And welcome back once more. We have our updated halftime statistics for you, and let's take a look at those right now.
Joliet Township shooting in the first half, a typical Joliet Township game, shooting very well. 12 of 23, 52%. They're 2 of 5 behind the three-point arc. But Providence, that's the difference, is their offense production. 31% shooting coming into tonight's matchup. In the first half, 10 of 15, 67%. They're a 3 of 7 behind the three-point arc. Free throws, Joliet Township has done a good job so far, but only 2 of 9 in the first half. Providence, 2 of 3. Rebounding is the key to the first half. Joliet Township coming into tonight's matchup was out-rebounding their opponent by 10, 35 to 25. But Providence has the better edge in the first half. 16 rebounds to only 12 for Joliet Township. Joliet Township leads in steals. They have 5. Providence has 3. 6 turnovers for Joliet Township, 9 for Providence. Leading scorers, Gary Bell has 11, Michael Mines 7. For Providence, Bill's 11, and Kenny Miller with 8. Taking a look at the rebounding leaders, Bell has 4 and Bill's 5. Edmond has 3 assists, and Hardy 2 assists for Providence. Nobody in foul trouble for Joliet Township. 2 players in foul trouble for Providence. Austin and Derek both had 3, and Kenny Miller has 2, so we have to watch that, and so does Gary Bell for Joliet Township.
One statistic that stands out right now is the way that Providence has been shooting from the field, 67%, shooting lights out, and then Joliet Township also 52%. So both teams shooting very well, but the more you look at this stat sheet, the more you see it's balanced, and that's why we've got only a 1-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, we talked about Joliet Township. They've done things very well in the first half. They played their game, especially offensively, but their defense hasn't stepped up, and they haven't stopped Providence. Maybe they didn't expect Providence to shoot so well. Maybe if they let them shoot, maybe that was Michael Connell's idea. They're not a good shooting team. Let them get it. We'll get the rebounds, and then we'll go. But they're hitting their shots. So Michael Connell's, maybe his philosophy hasn't worked.
So let's take a break. We'll be back with more right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Thanksgiving Classic.
The Journalism Communications Department of the College of St. Francis offers 4 exciting areas of concentration. For more information on our programs, call the College of St. Francis at 740-3400. That's 740-3400.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Our halftime score, 32-31 in favor of Joliet Township. And Sean, right now, I think Joliet Township in the second half, they need to step it up just a little bit more.
Especially defensively. They've done a nice job offensively. They've worked the ball around, very balanced attack for both teams. But defensively wise, Joliet Township needs to step it up. To keep from Providence, they just got to keep on knocking down their shots. They shot 67%. They might have to shoot that again if they want to win this game.
And Providence on the other side, they've got to keep up their intensity. They've been shooting lights out in the first half, both from the three-point land and from the regular two-point shots. But I think what they need to do, they need to keep slapping at those balls. They've been having a lot of scraps on the floor for some loose balls. They've been able to keep up their intensity. Joliet Township, we said one of the keys to the game, they have to get out of the gate early. I think they need to do that in the second half.
Yeah, Providence was getting beat to loose balls in the first 2 matchups. They couldn't get their hands on anything, but tonight they're getting after a little bit harder. They're getting hands on the balls, they're getting the tie-ups, and counter-wise, they're getting possessions.
32-31 is our score. Let's take a break and back with the second half right after this.
WCSF 88.7 FM presents The Spirit of Christmas, the greatest Christmas songs of all time. Non-stop holiday music, December 1st to 31st, with no commercials and no interruptions. A Christmas gift to you from us, the College of St. Francis, and 88.7 FM, WCSF.
Welcome back once again to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. 32-31 the score. Joliet Township with the lead at halftime. Coming up after this game, Joliet Catholic Academy at 1-1 in the tournament will take on the Hillcrest High School Hawks, also 1-1 in the tournament. And then immediately following the game, we will crown our tournament champion, give out a Team Spirit Award, and name 7 players to the all-tournament team. So be sure and stick around for that. In the second game, Joliet Catholic Academy and Hillcrest High School. Hillcrest got out to a good start against Providence, was able to win that game. But in the game against Joliet Township, they just got routed, and you didn't expect to see that.
No, not at all. I say this tournament is very ironic. You know, you got Providence and JCA hanging tough with Joliet Township. We thought Hillcrest might be the second best team, but we don't know right now, and that's what next game will decide who the second best team is between JCA and Hillcrest. But last year, the tournament team was kind of clear-cut. We knew who the MVP was. We knew who the best players were. This year, it's wide open. Anybody can win anything.
Just about set to start the second half of play, along with our executive producer, Rick Lawrence, our director, Cindy Rios, and Sean Hudson. I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us. On the last game, last night of the tournament here at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. 32-31 the score. Providence Catholic only down by 1. You heard it right, folks. Providence Catholic, they need to keep up their intensity in the second half. They need to play just like they did in the first half and hope that they can catch a few breaks against a very potent offense in Joliet Township. Seelman will have possession of the ball to start the second half. Same lineups as we started for both teams.
Providence starting out in that zone, that 2-1-2 zone. You got Hardy in the middle, Miller down in the baseline.
We're underway in the second half. Rory O'Connell to control things. Finds Mines on the near court. O'Connell, top of the key, trying to take it inside, has to back it out. Nice pass down low to Ford. He gets it to Bell, and Bell lays it in.
One thing Joliet has been doing very well all night long is their entry passes to the post. And right now, right there, a good one to Ford for the easy 2.
Miller the other way. House picks him up on defense. Bounce pass stolen away by O'Connell. O'Connell all alone. The breakaway layup, and he gets it.
We talked about Roy O'Connell doing little things. A steal is a little thing. He's doing a very good job in placing Ty Calderwood this year. I don't think we need to mention Ty's name any much longer.
Miller the other way for the Celtics. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point JT lead. Derek, top of the key, takes one dribble. Swings it over to Davis, Davis on the wing, up top. Hardy looking down low. Had a cutter, but missed him. Hardy finds Davis on the wing. Now another steal by Mines. Mines, another breakaway, and he lays it in.
This is the way Providence did not want to start the second half. They're trying to be patient, you can tell that, but nobody's moving offensively. And those encounter, Joliet's getting 2 easy steals and 2 easy baskets. There you see Mines all the way, easy 2, nobody can stop him.
Timeout called, 6:46 left to go in the third quarter, 38-31. Joliet Township breaking out to a 7-point lead in the second half. And that is JT's biggest lead of the night, 38-31. And I think Joliet Township, they knew what happened to him in the first half. They said they're not going to let it happen to him in the second.
Mike O'Connell is a very smart coach. He has a great job in making adjustments at halftime. You see Roy O'Connell, the steal before Mines, he gets the easy 2. So as I said, Mike O'Connell is a very smart coach. He'll make the adjustments needed at halftime. He'll get his team very prepared, and they'll come out ready to go in the second half. And so far they've done it. 2 quick steals, 2 easy baskets.
6:46 left to go in the third quarter. 38-31 is the score. Joliet Township with the lead. So we're set to go. Derek has to bring it across himself. He'll go to Bills. Bills into the lane. Nice dish off to Davis, and he lays it in, and he's fouled.
Good job there by Providence. That will get a team back into the game. That'll switch momentum, a 3-point play. Good job there. Entry pass by Bills to Davis for the easy 2. There you see good penetration, drawing the defenders, forward on the foul, gets to the basket, to go to line for the 3-point play.
Coming out of the lineup, John Fordy's replaced by Clarence Bates. And Davis at the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Davis' shot on the way is good. 38-34. Back to a 4-point Joliet Township lead. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Mines with it, finds Bell on the baseline. Skips it to House, now to O'Connell. Back to Mines on the wing. Back up top, O'Connell. Trying to take it inside, dishes off, Mines, the baseline. Taking it into the lane, nice dish off, Bates, the layup is good.
Good penetration, finding the open man and Bates for the easy 2. Good job by Michael Mines.
Miller the other way, 6-point lead for Joliet Township. Miller, and a push blocking foul is going to be called on Joel House as he pushed off on Kenny Miller.
Kenny Miller tried to get the sideline to get it past the timeline. House with good pressure defense bumped him, caused Miller to fall down.
Bills will inbounds for the Celtics. To Derek, and he'll give it up to Miller. Miller works it across the timeline, finds Derek. He's triple teamed, and a foul is going to be called. I believe that's going to go on Gary Bell of Joliet Township, and if it is, that's number 3 on number 40.
It's going to go on 24, Michael Mines. Right there, Derek under a lot of pressure as he's covered by Gary Bell, but Mines trying to come from the weak side to steal the ball. He gets called for the foul.
Miller with possession. Finds it, and a hacking foul going to be called. Clarence Bates picks it up, and it'll be Hardy drawing the foul.
Joliet likes to play that tight man-to-man defense. No matter where they are, bring their big men out to the top of the arc. Bates right there all over Hardy, gets called for the foul.
Bills gets it into Miller. Celtics only down by 6. Davis goes into the lane, running jumper on the way, off the back iron, no. But Hardy is there, his shot is rejected. Mines collects it. 3-on-1, Mines. Nice dish off, O'Connell, the layup is good.
Great body control there by Michael Mines. I thought he was going to get an offensive foul there, but he moved his body in the air, found O'Connell for the easy 2.
42-34 the score. Miller finds Bills. Bills comes Derek, top of the key. Derek driving it into the lane, off the glass, yes.
Right there, Derek finds the weak defense and goes in for the easy two.
O'Connell the other way for JT. Finds House, the long two, off the back iron, no. Bills taps it around, it goes out of bounds, it'll stay with the Steelman.
Good hustle by Bills, who's the leading rebounder for Providence in that first half. Hard after the rebounds here in the second half.
Austin replaces Hardy in the lineup. And it'll be Michael Mines to inbounds, looking for someone down low. Instead, has to come out to House. House to O'Connell on the near court. House, cross court to Mines. Mines on the wing, trying to drive the baseline, gets to Bates. Free throw line jumper for Bates on the way. A little bit short. Bell runs it down. He'll go up off the glass. No. Bates is there. He's stripped. Miller the other way. Miller finds Bills. Bills the three. Yes!
What a big shot there by Providence and Bills.
3-point Joliet Township lead. Mines the other way. He'll launch the three. Can't counter. Bates skies for the board. Goes up. No good. Bell is there. His shot is blocked. Tapped around. Bills has it. Bills finds Derek to Miller. The Celtics. Nice dish up. Davis the layup. Good!
Right now, Providence is fired up. There's a very quiet Joliet Township bench and crowd.
Timeout call. Joliet Township takes a timeout. 4:14 left to go. And it's a 42-41 Joliet Township lead over upstart Providence Catholic. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
The 1994 Thanksgiving Basketball Classic on the WCSF Television Network and 88.7 FM WCSF. This broadcast is underwritten in part by the John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life, 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, 729-4650. Alba Builders, complete construction service, 721 Manhattan Road, Joliet, 727-3100. Amerifed, totally free checking, 10 convenient locations to serve you, 729-5000 or 727-0300. Lentz Mufflers, Brakes and Shocks, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 439-2400. Cub Foods, 1590 North Larkin and 191 South Larkin Avenue in Joliet. Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Geo, Chevy Trucks, Mitsubishi, Mazda, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-7110. J&F Sports Specialties, T-shirts, uniforms, sweats, accessories, 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 741-8801. Pizzas by Marcialoni, 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. Stoffen Agazy & Company Incorporated. Call and compare. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet, 729-1266. And by Oak Graphics, full-service commercial printing, 15801 South Oak Park Avenue at the corner of 159th and Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Phone 708-687-8440.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. 42-41, JT with the lead and the ball. Strap yourselves in, folks. This looks like it's going to be a good one. O'Connell finds Bell. Bell on the baseline up top. O'Connell trying to drive it inside, finds Mines. Now to House on the baseline. House, good defense by Providence. They have to back it out. O'Connell with it on the wing, trying to drive it inside. Again, backs it out. Good D by Craig Derrick. Double team inside to Bell. Bell lays it in and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
When you need some points to score, you go to the All-Stater and Gary Bell. Great job by Roy O'Connor giving him the ball. He outmuscles the Providence basketball team and puts it in. Nice entry pass right over Bills for the easy two.
So it'll be Bell at the line. Try to complete the three-point play and put his team back up by 5. 44-41, our score as of now. Bell, shot on the way hits the front iron and goes in. 45-41 the score. Joliet Township with the 4-point lead. And Davis controlling things for the Celtics. Davis finds Miller on the wing. Up top, Derrick, and another steal by Mines. And Michael Connell, he's got a good argument because Craig Derrick pushed off on Michael Mines and no foul was called. O'Connell's got a good gripe.
Mines got a piece to try to go after it, but Derrick was in his way. They say both players were going for the ball, just Derrick, was in Mines' way. So that call could go either way, but it's going to stay with Providence.
Derrick Bills will inbounds. Nick Stepan enters the lineup. Inbounded to Derrick, and he'll give it to Miller. 3.5 minutes to go in the third. 45-41 in favor of Joliet Township. Miller finds Stepan on the wing. Up top, Bills. Bills trying to work it in on Mines. Crosses it to Miller. Miller, the baseline jumper on the way. The back iron, no. Mines comes down with it. JT the other way. Nice pass, and it's stolen away, tapped around, and finally controlled by Bills. Bills finds Miller. Miller's gonna have to wait. He doesn't have the numbers. But he'll go anyway, and he's hacked. He'll go to the line.
I don't know if that was a smart play by Kenny Miller, but he recognized the defense. If you can attack it, then you know you're being aggressive. And he was aggressive, going hard after two players, drawing the foul, going baseline, getting body contact. He'll go to line for two.
Joel House picks up the foul. That is his second personal foul, and the team's fifth. And Dwayne Edmond will replace Michael Mines in the lineup for the Steelmen, and it will be Miller at the line for 2 shots, trying to put the lead back down to only 3. Or 2, excuse me. Miller cans the first free throw. 2:58 left to go in the third quarter. Miller's second shot on the way, also good. It's a 2-point Joliet Township lead. O'Connell works it across the timeline. Finds House on the wing. House driving into the baseline. Jumper on the way, yes!
Joel House quiet so far here in the second half, trying to pick it up. Good job there by House.
Miller, full court press. Backs off. Davis at the controls for the Celtics. Davis finds Stepan. Stepan up top, Derrick. Derrick looking down low, instead comes to Miller, and we have a foul away from the ball. Called on Nick Stepan, I believe, of Providence, and it'll go to Joliet Township.
Stepan battling with Bates underneath, tried to get away, but he pushed off. Loose ball foul.
His first, and only the team's second. So Joliet Township will have the ball and a 4-point lead, 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. O'Connell walks it across. Miller picks him up, comes over to Edmond on the near court. Edmond finds Bates at the free throw line, out to House. House going into the lane, dishes off. O'Connell thought about the 3, going into the lane. Nice dish off to Bell, and he lays it in.
What a nice pass there by Roy O'Connell. Very unselfish, penetrates the lane, gets the defense to pick him up. Gary Bell left wide open for the easy 2.
Miller the other way for the Celtics. House on the defense. Miller finds Bills. Bills on the far court, up top, Derrick swings it over to Miller. Miller drives past House, stops, pops, can't get it to go. Bates on the board. O'Connell with it now. Long pass to House. House, he'll go all the way, can't get it to go. Tap try, no good. Derrick with it. Outlet to Miller, here come the Celtics. Miller moving it past O'Connell. Dishes off, Bills will launch the 3, a little bit short. Bell comes down with it. Minute 23 to go in the third. 6-point Joliet Township lead. Edmond works it across. Edmond getting around his screen, stops on the baseline. In a little trouble, goes down low to Bell. Bell fakes, goes up and score. Can't get it to go, but he was hacked and he'll go to the line instead.
Gary Bell is just so strong. He got hit going up and still got the shot off as he got hammered there. And I believe the foul goes there. Here, a nice entry pass, goes up, gets clobbered, and the foul will be on Stepan.
So Stepan picks up his second personal foul. Or excuse me, that'll go on Davis. His first personal foul and the team's third, and Bell at the line for 2 shots. Trying to extend on this 6-point lead with a minute 8 to go in the third. First shot is good for Gary Bell. I remind you, coming up, Joliet Catholic Academy and Hillcrest immediately following this one. Bell. Second shot on the way is in and out, no good. Clarence Bates rips it down, goes back up, and scores off the glass.
Bates has done an excellent job in the rebounding today. She's keeping Joliet in this game and keeping them in the lead.
Miller, Providence finds themselves down by 9 all of a sudden. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Miller finds Davis. Davis up top, Bills, thought about the three. Looking down low, instead comes out to the Stepan. To Derek now. Derek, one dribble to Miller. Miller driving the baseline, stops. Can't get the baseline jumper. Bell on the board. Ripped out of his hands, a tie-up. And Providence will retain possession.
Kenny Miller has tried that shot the last 3 times down, going to his left, pulling up from the block, but he can't get the shot to go down. He's got a wide open shot. He just can't get it to go down. It is a good shot, just got to knock it down.
29 seconds to go in the third quarter. Stepan gets it into Miller. Up top, Bills. Edmond on the defense. Bills finds Stepan. Stepan cross courts it to Bills. Bills into the lane. His shot is rejected. Offensive foul called on Derek Bills. Oh my goodness.
That's a good job there by Roy O'Connell as Edmond gets the block, but Bills runs right into Roy O'Connell right there. Offensive foul, and Edmond puts it away with authority.
And I think you can also credit that. Roy O'Connell, a little of an acting job on Roy O'Connell. It doesn't hurt. Part of the game. 10 seconds to go, a 9-point JT lead, and they have the ball. Edmond working on Stepan, dishes off. O'Connell will launch the three, no good. Tap try, no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. 52-43 in favor of Joliet Township. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with a fourth and final quarter right after this.
This tournament is underwritten in part by the Greater Joliet Area YMCA, 749 Humboldt Road, Joliet, 729-9638. Glenwood Marathon, an American company serving you, a super service center. Glenwood and Republic, Joliet, phone 744-1651. Ace Lawn and Vacuum Hardware, sales, parts, service on most brands, 316 Republic, Joliet. 744-4000. David Nelson Exquisite Jewelry, 1312 West Jefferson Street, Joliet. Phone 741-8741. Joliet Travel and Tours Incorporated, 150 North Chicago Street, Joliet. 727-5441. Beth's Dance Academy, ballet, tap, jazz, acrobatics, 840 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 722-6032. Paradise Tan. Keep your tan, get a tan, or relax and enjoy the sun. Located in the Powerhouse Plaza behind Lewis Joliet Mall, 3583 Hennepin, Joliet. 439-3636. Crossroads Realty. Move with them into the 21st century. 18622 Route 59, Shorewood. 436-1111. Spezia, Ayers, Ardaugh, and Wunderlich, attorneys at law. 2 Rialto Square, Suite 200, 116 North Chicago Street, Joliet. 726-4311. And McDonald's throughout the greater Joliet area, ready to serve you.
.52-43, we're set to go for the fourth and final quarter at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. Joliet Township with the 9-point lead and the ball, and we are underway. Edmond slowly walks it across, comes to Mines on the near court, nearly throws it away. Edmond runs it down, finds House on the far court, back up top. Edmond, Providence Catholic going to come out and play defense. Mines comes to Bell, back to Mines, now to Edmond. Edmond trying to work it inside, wild jumper on the way, no. Derek comes down with it to Miller. Celtics the other way. Miller works it on Edmond. Bills with it, top of the key. Tries to get past House, stops on the baseline, takes the jumper in and out, no. Bell is there, and he rips it out of the hands of Derek, and I believe we have a tie-up called, and Providence is going to keep possession.
Right now, Gary Bell crashing the boards hard. He's taking control. As you see the battle underneath after the missed shot by Bills. Gary Bell claims it, but Derek right there for the tie-up.
And we have a foul away from the ball called on Davis of Providence Catholic as he got in front of Michael Mines and knocked him to the floor. So JT will get the ball right back just into the start of the fourth quarter.
Take a look at the third quarter statistics. JT, excellent shooting, 9 of 17, 53%. Providence cool off. They were only 4 of 10. JT led in the rebounding, 9-4. 1 turnover for JT, 3 for Providence.
Mines with it, top of the key. Finds House. House back up top. Mines swings it to Edmond. Edmond bounce pass to Bell on the baseline. Back up top. Edmond. Now to Mines. Mines driving the baseline. Stops. Goes out to House. He'll launch the three. A little bit short. Mines skies for it. Goes back up and scores.
Michael Mines has done it all this tournament. Shooting, rebounding, assists, steals. He's been the man to do it all for Joliet Township.
An 11-point lead for Joliet Township, their biggest of the night. 54-43. Miller with the ball. Up top, Derek. Derek driving into the lane. Nice pass down low to Davis. No shot, but a foul is called. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good job there by Davis penetrating. Excuse me, Derek penetrating. Give it to Davis. He gets the body contact. I believe it will go on Bates. That'll be his second.
So Davis at the line for 2 shots, trying to cut into this 11-point lead just into the start of the fourth quarter. Davis, first shot on the way and good. Mark Ford, or John Ford, comes back to the lineup, replacing Clarence Bates for Joliet Township. And Davis will attempt the second free throw, cut it back to, can't get it to go. Bell comes down with it, outlet to Edmond. Edmond trots across the timeline. Stops, top of the key, feeds it down low to Ford. Down, nice dish off to Bell, and he lays it in on the easy 2.
A nice ball fake there by Gary Bell. Fakes Miller up to the air, goes in for the easy 2, uncontested.
Derek the other way, double team, gives it up to Miller. Miller, here comes a double team on him. Now they back off. Miller finds Davis. Davis, top of the key. Now to Derek. Derek driving into the lane, running jumper off the glass, no. Ford is there, outlet to Edmond. And Edmond running down the loose ball. Walks it across the timeline. Mines with it on the near court, stops. Dishes off to Edmond. Edmond called for the walk.
We talked about that before, Kevin. In high school basketball, you see it a lot. You move without dribbling the basketball. You got to dribble first, then move. Edmond gets called for the traveling violation.
5.5 to go in the ball game. 12-point Joliet Township lead. And if they keep this up, they'll slowly pull away from Providence Catholic. Miller with the ball, working on Edmond. Miller, nice pass down Bills. Bills has it slapped out of his hands, and Bills is going to be called for the travel.
Bills doesn't know why. He didn't have possession of the ball. Tough call there for Bills. He tried to do his best.
Mines the other way for Joliet Township. Cross court to Edmond. Edmond finds Bell on the baseline, takes one dribble, takes the baseline jumper off, no good. Mines is there to clean it up, goes up and scores!
Bad shot there by Gary Bell, I think. Usually he's a little more composed, waits for an open jumper, but good job there by Mines, getting the weak side rebound.
And Miller will call timeout for Providence Catholic. All of a sudden, a 14-point Joliet Township lead, and you can feel not necessarily the momentum shift, but Joliet Township is slowly pulling away from Providence right now.
And that's a sign of a good team. Joliet Township, as we said in the first half and throughout this game, they played well. They are consistently playing extremely well. Providence, they're playing really emotional right now. They're feeding off their emotion. They're getting on the floor, getting after things. That's what kept them in the first half, and that's what sparked them to a couple of those runs to make it exciting. They're an emotional team. They need to get emotional, make things happen with a block shot, a fast break basket, a steal. They need to make things happen for them to stay in this ball game, and they're not doing it right now. Joliet Township are being Joliet Township.
Yeah, and you talk about an emotional ball team. That's what Providence is, and sooner or later that is going to catch up with you. Providence Catholic out there, they look like they're a little bit tired, but they did. They expended a lot of energy in that first half against Joliet Township. But as you said, Joliet Township, they are able to wear you down. They do not get tired, and that is attributed a lot to the conditioning of Joliet Township. Mike O'Connell, he's probably got them running all the time.
And their depth, extremely deep team. You know, they don't make it downstate 30-1 just by one player, Gary Bell. It's got to be a team effort, and they have that. They have so many good players. I would start naming a few, but I'd leave somebody out. There's just that many good players on this team that could be starters on numerous teams.
4:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Said 4 enough times. 58-44 the score. Bills to inbounds for the Celtics. Gets it into Derek, and he'll give it up to Miller. Would be surprised to see Miller start jacking some threes here in the late going. Austin with the ball top of the key. Now an errant pass stolen away by Mines. Mines the other way, stops, dishes off. The three-pointer for House is bouncing, goes over the backboard, and Providence will get the ball back.
Joe House just doesn't have the stroke tonight. On fire last night versus Hillcrest, just a little off tonight.
Derek brings it into Davis, and Davis will have to bring it across for the Celtics. O'Connell picks him up on defense. Bills with it on the wing. Up top, Derek. Oh, and Austin was moving down low, couldn't find him. Miller, the free throw line jumper is good.
Nice move there. Kenny Miller stepping up behind the three-point arc, going in, pulling up from 15 and good.
Mines on the far court, dishes off. House into the lane. His no shot, but a foul called. I don't know if it's going to be before the shot or not.
It's going to go on number 25, Derek Bills. Excuse me, Derek, 35. That'll be his fourth.
No shots as of yet. That's only the 6th team foul. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next. Mines with it on the baseline, looking down low. Backs it out to O'Connell. O'Connell asking for a clear out, telling Mines to come back to the near court. House with it on the baseline. O'Connell takes one dribble, lobs it to Mines on the far court. Mines trying to go into the lane, dishes back to O'Connell, and they'll reset. Good patience there shown by Joliet Township. Mines with it. To House, into the lane. Nice dish off to Ford, and he lays it in.
What a nice pass from Joel House, very unselfish, finding Ford underneath for the easy two. What an unselfish ball club this is.
3:12 left to go in the game. Davis the other way for the Celtics. Bills with it, near court. Goes to Davis, top of the key. Davis comes to Miller. Miller dishes it off, nearly stolen away but controlled by Bills. Bills will launch the long three on the way, no good. Bell comes down with it. Bell, it's a 4-on-1. Bell will go up, the layup is no good. Derek comes down with it. Outlet to Davis. Providence Catholic the other way. Long passes knocked out of bounds by, I believe, Bills, and it'll go to JT.
On the other end, when you have a 4-on-1, you got to pass the ball. You know, man with the ball, Gary Bell, bring it down court. You got to draw the defender, and you get somebody easy too. Right there, Gary Bell tried to showboat, tried to get his points. It didn't work.
2.5 minutes to go in the game. Joliet Township with the 14-point lead mounted to Ford, and he's called for the walk as he slipped on the floor.
It's that hockey rink underneath the floor. It's starting to compensate.
We wish. 2:24 left to go in the game, and if it keeps up like this, Joliet Township will earn its 2nd straight Thanksgiving Classic crown here at the College of St. Francis. Davis the other way, stops, top of the key. Nice pass down low to Miller. Miller lays it in. 2:07 to go. Mines the other way for the Steelman. O'Connell takes one dribble and goes to House. House, nice pass to Bell, and he can't get it to go, but he can't tip it in. And he finally tips it in, and he's fouled.
Gary Bell, that's what makes him good. Never giving up. A great offensive rebounder. Misses the first two. He puts it in, and he gets the foul, no less. There you see the ball movement by Joliet. Great, nice pass into Gary Bell. Second try, no. Third try, finally, and the foul.
Picking up the foul, Derek Bill is his second, and that is the team's 7th. But Bell at the line to try to complete the three-point play. Shot on the way is good, and it's 63-48 in favor of Joliet Township. And now Dick Mandela will bring in some of his younger players. Coming in, Eric Bauer and Brandon Lipke replacing Derek and Davis in the lineup. Miller inbounded to Bauer, and now Lipke will control things. Lipke walks it across on O'Connell. Nearly has it picked. Now O'Connell runs it down. Long pass to Mines, and Mines on the wild shot, lays it in.
Who's in the basket, House or Mines? They both went up for the jump ball. Mines says, I want it, Joe, I'll get the two.
And Joliet Township has called timeout with 1:26 left to go. 65-48. And right now, I think we should be talking about player of the game for Joliet Township.
And it's got to be, I think, Gary Bell. Gary Bell played the most consistent out of all the players so far. You know, Joel House had a great game last game. Michael Mines had the first good game, but Gary Bell stepped it up tonight.
So let's take a break and be back with the final 1:26 right after this.
The Journalism Communications Department of the College of St. Francis offers 4 exciting areas of concentration. For more information on our programs, call the College of St. Francis at 740-3400. That's 740-3400.
65-48, Joliet Township with the lead. 1:26 left to go, and Joliet Township on their way to collecting their second straight WCSF Thanksgiving Classic crown. Providence Catholic with possession, and it'll be Miller bringing it across for the Celtics. Miller. Forsyth picks him up on defense as we have wholesale lineup changes for Joliet Township. Miller will launch the long 2 and hit it. Or no, it's a 3, they say.
Kenny Miller pulls up behind the arc and sails in, but it is the 3-pointer.
Forsyth the other way for JT. Forsyth finds Purcell. Finds Rob down low, slapped out of his hands. Bauer controls it, and he gets it to Miller. We're under a minute to go in the game. Miller taking it in the lane. Dishes off. Lipke can't hit the 3. And Austin is there, tries to go back up, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The rest of the Joliet Township lineup, Kevin Rabb, Paul Purcell, Brewer, Forsyth, and Pat Newts.
There you see the battle underneath, and Pat Newts on the foul, and Austin at the free throw line.
43 seconds to go in the game. Austin at the line for 2 shots. First shot on the way, hits the front iron and bounces off. 65-51. Stay tuned, we'll have our player of the game and a talk with head coach Michael Connell immediately following the ball game as Austin cans the second free throw. Forsyth the other way. Forsyth finding it down low, stolen away by Miller. Miller going the other way, he'll launch the 3, off no good. Lipke tries to run it down, slapped out of his hands, and a foul will be called, I believe, Forsyth, as he pushed off on Brandon Lipke. That's who it's on, and he picks up his first.
There you see on the fast break, Miller pulls up from the long three, the battle underneath, and it's out of bounds. Excuse me, a foul on Joliet Township.
1-and-1 for Lipke. First one on the way hits the back iron, no good. Purcell runs it down. 28 seconds to go in the game. He gives up to Forsyth. Forsyth goes to Pat Nudes on the wing. In a little trouble. He's double teamed, finds Forsyth again. Down low to Rob. Rob, turnaround jumper, no. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Celtics.
Devin, we talked about in that first game, Joliet Catholic, Joliet Township, a great loss for Joliet Catholic because you have something to build off. You have something to look forward advantage to. And I think this is a great loss for Providence. They were very, unsure of their team coming into tonight's game, but they showed they're going to have a good team the rest of the year.
2 seconds to go, and that is the end of the ball game. The last shot is blocked by Kevin Robb. 65-52. Joliet Township comes up with the lead, with the big win after having it being a close game for most of the ball game. Providence Catholic really putting it to the Steelmen, but the Steelmen come away with a win, and they collect their third straight WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic crown. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
The 1994 Thanksgiving Basketball Classic on the WCSF Television Network and 88.7 FM WCSF. This broadcast is underwritten in part by the John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, 729-4650. Alba Builders, complete construction service, 721 Manhattan Road, Joliet, 727-3100. Amerifed, totally free checking, 10 convenient locations to serve you, 729-5000 or 727-0300. Lentz Mufflers, Brakes and Shocks, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 439-2400. Cub Foods, 1590 North Larkin and 191 South Larkin Avenue in Joliet. Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Geo, Chevy Trucks, Mitsubishi, Mazda, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-7110. J&F Sports Specialties, T-shirts, uniforms, sweats, accessories, 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet, 741-8801. Pizzas by Marshaloni, 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. Stoffen Agazian Company Incorporated. Call and compare. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. 729-1266. And by Oak Graphics, full-service commercial printing. 15801 South Oak Park Avenue at the corner of 159th and Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Phone 708-687-8440.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Our final score, 65-52. Joliet Township comes up with a win over Providence Catholic. And now let's go to Sean Hudson with our player of the game, Gary Bell and Mike O'Connell.
Here I am with winning coach Mike O'Connell and our player of the game, Gary Bell. Coach, what are your thoughts on the game? Providence played extremely well tonight.
Well, they sure did. Maybe they're fired up. They just won the state football championship, so I'd like to congratulate Coach Sefner and the Providence Celtics there. They gave us everything they wanted. We scouted them 2 nights, and both nights they didn't shoot well, they didn't handle the ball well. But when they're playing JT, they're going to play with emotion, just as Joliet Catholic did. And they gave us all we wanted. I was a little upset with our kids. We didn't defensively. We picked up our intensity in the second half, and I think you saw the results. A lot of steals, a lot of breakaways.
Gary, you played extremely well tonight. It looks like you were really going out to have a good game tonight. You didn't have a great game versus Hillcrest, but you had a good one tonight.
Yeah, well, versus Hillcrest, they played that matchup, and most of the night I was being double and triple teamed. But with the one positive thing we got out of that victory was that my teammates stepped up when I didn't have a really good game. And tonight, Providence also tried to play like a matchup zone, but we were already prepared for that by playing against Hillcrest. So we basically knew what we had to do to score.
So when you talk about Joliet Township, everybody says Gary Bell, the All-Stater. But last year, you guys didn't go 30-1 with Gary Bell. You guys got a great supporting cast, and everybody knows you're not going to do it by yourself.
Yeah, that's one thing that was very evident in the Hillcrest victory. I didn't have a good game. Matter of fact, I had one of the lowest points in my whole career playing high school basketball, and we still won by 20 points. So I think that was a positive that everybody stepped up and rallied around the simple fact that I didn't have a very good game.
Coach, you went 3-0 for the second consecutive year in the tournament. What's your thoughts on the tournament?
Well, as we've said before, it's a great tournament. It's a good start. We see a whole, 3 different brands of basketball, which is good for us, and it prepares us for, we've got a couple, actually 3 big games next week. So we're glad to be 3-0. We know we got a lot of things to work on.
With Mike O'Connell and Gary Bell, Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sean. 65-52, the final score. Joliet Township goes to 3-0. Providence Catholic drops to 0-3, and Joliet Township picks up its second straight WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Classic crown. So let's take a break. Sean and I will be back with a final word right after this.
This tournament is underwritten in part by G. Frederick Edmiston, DDS MS, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeon, 302 North Hamus Avenue, Joliet, 741-0302. Tezak Funeral Home, first in service since 1908, 459 North Ottawa Street, Joliet, 722-0524. Sweats Happening Incorporated, customized screen printing and embroidery, 2203 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 744-7411. George K's Music, guitars, drums, keyboards, amps, and more. 822 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 727-4656. Classic Looks North, hair care for men and women. 3595 Hennepin Drive, Joliet. 436-2106. Don's Body Shop. They take the dents out of accidents. 1927 Donmar Drive, Crest Hill. 729-1400. Imperial Electronics. Satellite receiving system, master antenna system, home and commercial. 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 729-0161. Douglas L. Zeke, attorney at law, 16 West Van Buren Street in the Mode Theater Building, Joliet. 727-4850. Kodo Pharmacy, 1522 East Washington Street. Phone 727-4721. And Joliet Professional Pharmacy, 2100 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 725-9314. And Lieberman's Jewelers, established in 1889, 81 North Ottawa Street in Joliet, 727-6466.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. There you see it, our final score, 65-52 in favor of Joliet Township. And Sean, I think Joliet Township did exactly what we thought they were going to do, get out of the gate quickly.
Yeah, they played really consistent the whole game. That's what's been really great about them, is you expect them to be a very good transition team, but they showed they are one of the better half-court offenses in this tournament and throughout the state. And their offense and defense, when you play 4 quarters of both of them, usually should come out of the winning end.
Coming up, Joliet Catholic Academy plays host to the Hillcrest High School Hawks, so stick around for that. That about wraps it up for us tonight. Our final score once again, Joliet